G'day guys, Crypto Aussie here. Today I'm going to do a video on Digital Note. It's a altcoin or note that I've been following for a little bit and gradually mining and also putting money into as well. I wanted to do a video on it just because I wanted to sort of track my thought process about why I picked this in the first place. I'm no expert on reasoning or rationale behind picking a particular altcoin in terms of the I guess the technical stuff to do with the future of it as to whether it could become big from a computer point of view, like in the sense of would it be adopted by people and become more popular and all that sort of stuff. I've got no idea. What the way I pick the coins or currencies that I'm looking at, I'll basically look at the market for it. The things I look for are the price to start with. So I'm usually looking for things that are dirt cheap. So mainly just because it's got more scope to grow from being such a low base. So I don't want to pick something that's already $500 a coin, or I know they can still do well. And I mean, if you bought Bitcoin Cash at 300 and it was up to 800, you would have been pretty happy with that. But I think for what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to pick something which is like a set and forget, and hope I can come back and look at it one day and it might be 1 cent, 10 cents. I mean, on this one, maybe I'm ambitious, but I'm hopeful like I can come back in 5 years' time and it might be somewhere close to $1. So that's what I'm looking for. Whether or not I'm crazy, who knows? But I'll tell you the reasons why I like it. So market cap for starters. So just to give you an idea, there's a lot of these small to micro cap stocks out there. However, they're trading at a tenth of cents. But another one a lot of people talk about, Bitcoin. Now, I'll give you a reason why I've picked something like Digital Note over Bitcoin. Um, Market cap here, it's huge, heaps bigger than Digital Note. So it's already ranked 30. For it to grow, if you look at the supply of how many are actually out there, like we're talking, what's that, 184 billion. So yeah, it's for if you're trying to think of, okay, this thing's going to $1. If you put that in perspective, that means you're basically going to have a market cap which is very similar to this. So to me, that doesn't seem feasible. If you look at currencies, what's 184 billion over here? Look, it would be 3 times the size of Bitcoin, which is crazy. Like, it's just not going to happen. So if it does, feel free to flame me, but I just can't see it. So so something like that. I mean, it's good if you're looking for something that it's like if you see it low and you want to buy into it with the view to try and pick up a quick 50% or 100%. That's the sort of trade you could potentially do. I just don't see it growing to astronomical levels. Otherwise, the market just won't allow for that because it would just be too ridiculous to imagine. So back to Digital Note though, there's only 6 billion of these in circulation. So in a world where this was worth $1, it's not outside the realms of possibility that it could happen. So that's one of the things I'm looking for. The other thing I'm looking for is volume. So you don't want to be buying into one of these things and it just sits there and does nothing. You can have a look here. Volume-wise, throughout, I guess we've got most of 2015, 2016. The volume was so low that it's just not moving anywhere. So it was dirt cheap, like at what's that, 8 satoshis at one stage. So you know, a lot cheaper than it is now, but sometimes it's actually worth waiting till you start to see these type of moves on high volume before you even worry about jumping in. So you can jump in here, but you'll be sitting on your money for a year and a half, 2 years. Sometimes the coin won't even move. Whereas we've seen some action. It's been a pump and dump almost. You've seen people just rocket it up by 5 or 6 times. It's fallen away. The one thing I do like though is that the volume's been there the whole way through. So you've had people buying, you've had people selling. It's a coin that's being changing hands quite a bit compared to where it was a year or two ago. Um, I've looked at a few videos online in terms of just people reviewing Digital Note. I guess some of the worries with it are that there's no faces on their website in the sense of that you just don't see who the creators are or anything like that. The community's pretty poor as well. But having said that, the technology behind what they're trying to do does make sense. I think one guy described it as basically trying to replace an app like WhatsApp on your phone. So, and it's all encrypted, and you can't sort of read each other's messages and things like that, or no one can track it. So, um, there would be a use for it. Um, and I just like the fundamentals for it. So market cap works, volume works, the supply works. Having mined the coin as well, it's through the Monero network, and I don't know if you follow XMR, but basically the price for them in the last sort of day or two, we've had it go up by about 100%. So I think that's behind why Digital Notes moved the way it has. When you mine Monero, you can actually mine Digital Note as a joint mine through Minergate. I don't know if that's the same through other mining platforms, but you can certainly do it through Minergate. Um, so there's plenty of reasons to like it. As I said, I'm no expert on the tech side of things, but I'm just going to keep this here so it's out in the open. That's what I think about it. If you've got any comments or if you're invested in it or mind it, feel free to let me know and just tell me what your thoughts are. I think it could go places. As I said, I've probably got a price target on it. I'd be happy if it hit 10 cents by the end of the year. So um, that's the extreme example. I think maybe even 1 cent by the end of the year, you'd probably be pretty happy. But I'm happy to sit on it forever and a day, and if it falls over, it falls over. I'm holding about 300,000 of them, so as I said, my crazy $1 notion, if it comes to fruition, we're going to be talking 300 grand of pure profits. So, oh, sorry, I've probably put $600 or $700 worth of my own money into getting that 300,000 along with mining it as well. So, um, we'll see how we go. Yeah, as I said, any questions, hit me up. If you got any thoughts about it, let me know. And let's see how we go. I'm still mining it now, and yeah, I might even pick up more if it drops. If it goes down to about 1500 again, I'd probably look at buying again. So wait and see, and we'll talk soon, guys. All the best.